I love painting, but I also am so engaged with technology. And I wanted to find a way to marry the two. So using technology, I'm able to speak about painting and how painting competes in today's age. Painting is such a slow act, and to me, it doesn't quite cohere with my day-to-day existence. So using technology, I'm able to paint, but in a way that is as fast-paced as the lives that we're all living. I think we are truly living in the moment where so much information is at our fingertips. So to me, I want to reflect that in my work. I want to reflect all of this inundation of information that's out there in one piece. Layering to me is a lot of putting together and then taking apart. Something new that I discovered while creating work for this show was bringing the background into the foreground. I was already pixelating when I started making work for this show, but using the background to come into the foreground was really interesting to me in terms of flattening the imagery and mimicking a screen. So Photoshop has been really interesting that I can take a piece of a painting that may not even be in the actual painting I'm working on and integrate it. And it kind of becomes a way of hyperlinking from one art historical image to another. I think of it as a kind of deja vu experience where the viewer may be so inundated by the imagery in one painting and then will come across another painting and have an inkling that they've seen the image before. And that to me is so much like navigating a web interface where you get removed from your original intent but maybe find a way to circle back to it. Within these paintings, there's images from High Renaissance and there's images from Google vector search cloud or flags. And that to me is based on a tradition of elevating the low of life into the high of art history. So I go all the way back to, I think back to Duchamp, putting a urinal on a pedestal in a gallery and calling that art, and pretty much just breaking open what art became and is still today. So that to me is why I use like the emoji teardrop. It's a signifier of emotion, but it can be so many things today, and it's kind of a shorthand for describing emotion, but it's truly a way that we communicate. So the paintings are painted and printed, and when they're photographed, it's very hard to tell what's painted and what's printed. And to me, that reflects this social media life that we experience, where you can't really tell if someone's life is real or fabricated. We can curate a life, and it becomes just completely removed from what reality is. So that definitely plays into it. A presentation of self is definitely within this work as well.